Hey, all you beautiful hockey people out there in the hockey universe. This is Jeff, coming to you with What the Puck, brought to you by Game On, sports podcast for everyone. Hope you all are having an amazing day / night / early morning. Whether it's sun's out, hockey sticks out, or dark 30, getting ready for some shut-eye, or early morning dark 30, brewing that special brand of coffee, or whatever it is you guys do to get yourselves woken up when you first get up. Just remember, it is still hockey season, and it's going to be hockey season until next June. As shocking as that is, we've had some really great hockey over the last month and a half. Still looking forward to seeing who wins the cup between Dallas and Tampa. So, right after the Stanley Cup ends, there's a few seasons. It's going to be draft season. It's going to be free agency season. And so, on that note, let me get right into it. Free agency is right around the corner. I believe it's going to be starting on October 9th. And the one position that I'm going to be going over tonight is the one position where we get blamed for losses. We get blamed whenever the team has a bad game, or we get put on the team's shoulders and get praised if we win a big game, especially if we play out of our minds during the whole entire game. We are the ones that protect the crease. We're the ones that stand up in front of the shots when the defensemen aren't going to be standing in front of the shots. We're the ones that are off our rockers, as some people would say. We're the crazy ones, the not so sane ones, the ones that pull ideas and craziness out of left field, as another saying would go. That's right. I'm talking about the brick walls, the sieves in the blue water. I'm talking about the ones that stand between the pipes and take one for the team every single game. Whether win or lose, we're always in front of the puck. So, on that note, and especially if you haven't caught on yet, I'm going to be going over the goalies. I'm a goalie myself, so I've been in those big games before, not at the professional level, but I've been in some really big games where you've had to play lights out. So I've actually only gone into the top 5. In my opinion, that should be noticed throughout the free agency season. And that starts off with Jacob Markstrom from Vancouver, Braden Holtby from Washington Capitals, got Anton Khudobin, who's currently playing his tits off for Dallas in the Stanley Cup Finals. You got Corey Crawford from Chicago, and then Robin Lehner again out in Vegas. So I'm going to start off with Jacob Markstrom. Jacob Markstrom's a 30-year-old who this season during the playoffs, he got taken out in the last two or three games of the playoffs against Vegas. Demko stepped in, and Demko just kind of said, hey, this is my crease now. So who knows if Demko is going to be the future of Vancouver. Time will only tell, but as of right now, Markstrom is looking for a $6 million, or roughly a $6 million signing, long-term, or possibly long-term, especially with Demko's emergence. The only thing I can say about Demko is he was kind of like a Magic Mike style goalie. He came in, did his thing, walked out, and who knows, the rumors are still out there surfacing about whether or not the Canucks did get him a stripper. Who knows? Time will only tell. If not, hey, if they did, good on them, because he really deserved that after that game. Some of the here's one of the options that Vancouver could do is sign him to a short-term deal and Markstrom stay in Vancouver to be a possibility of a draft pick for the expansion team Seattle next season. So that's one of the possibilities. Some of the teams that are looking at Markstrom is Buffalo, Calgary, Edmonton, Detroit, Carolina has been looking at him as well as San Jose. Who knows? Markstrom, if he did go to San Jose, Jones is still there as their starter. Still has a 4-year contract with them. So is Markstrom gonna go to a team where he knows he might be a backup? God only knows. As far as Calgary does have Talbot, but Talbot displayed what he could in the playoffs, but we all know Talbot has his up and down seasons. Buffalo needs a strong goalie. Markstrom could be that guy, but who knows? As Buffalo hasn't had a good goalie since Ryan Miller. Our next goalie that we're going to dive into is Braden Holtby. Braden Holtby's 30 years old as well. He was a 2018 Stanley Cup champion with the Caps when they defeated Vegas. He's looking for possibly a 2 to 3 years, maybe $6.5 million. Still up in the air. Some of the teams that are possibly looking at him could be the Senators. They need all the help in the world. Carolina, they're always looking for short-term used-up goalies. I mean, look at their track record right now. Chicago, with Crawford possibly stepping away from the crease with them, and them only having Subban as their backup right now, they're going to need someone solid in net. Holtby could be that person. Let's see where that part goes. Calgary as well. Again, Talbot, great goalie, but he's proven over the years that his starting capabilities have not always been consistent. He's been up and down, especially with Riddick as their backup, or possibly this past year as he was the starter for a little while. So who knows where that's going to be. And then possibly Edmonton. Smith and Koshik. I mean, we saw him this year. They're hit or miss as well too. Smith had his good games as well as his really bad games, and same thing with Koshik. But they weren't where they were in the playoffs as they were during the season before the pause. The next goalie we're going to jump into is Khudobin. Right now we're seeing Khudobin doing what he's doing. Starting capability right there. He's played his tits off ever since he replaced Ben Bishop in the first round or second round. It's been a minute since I last checked, but he's been playing so well lately. Do the Dallas Stars keep him if they win the cup? Maybe. Who knows? He's possibly looking for a $2 to $2.5 million signing. Starter backup again. If he goes to San Jose, who knows? Again, right there you have Jones in net, still on his contract. Maybe, let's see, but who knows? Let's wait until the end of the playoffs and see where Dallas ends up. So we're going to roll right into Corey Crawford. Corey Crawford, this past year, I said it on one of our shows, is he kind of looks like old man time. He's been moving, he seemed to be moving extremely slowly during the quarter, or during the round robin, and then not during the round robin, but during the quarterfinals, he was looking extremely slow. And for Crawford to look as slow as he did, who knows? He's possibly looking for a long-term, $3.5 million. Was the 1-year offer that Chicago did offer him. As of right now, it looks like he may not be taking that offer. He might be walking away and searching for other teams, but he is looking for that starting position. He does not want to go back to backing up when it comes to being a two-goalie system. So he's looking for that starting role. Some of the teams that could use him, in my opinion, are possibly Buffalo, Toronto, Detroit, maybe Ottawa. But as of right now, he may walk from Chicago. He doesn't want to. But if they're not offering what he wants, as well as that full-time starting position, it may be time to leave and go somewhere else. Now, as far as my last goalie for the top 5 and for my choosing, and that'd be Robin Lehner with Vegas. During or a few weeks ago, it was showing that he possibly had a 5-year, $5.5 million contract, but it was all up in talks. It was all rumor based, and with the Knights right now, there hasn't been really any news, but they are still in negotiations. So if they do sign him to a long-term contract, what does that mean for Mark the Flower, Andre Fleury? Who knows? Maybe looking for another short-term contract or a 1-year deal with Vegas, and then get put into the lottery draft again for the expansion. Who knows? Start over and help out another team again. And so hopefully we'll hear something soon about Robin Lehner. But some mentions, we do have a few signings that did happen. Halak signed with Boston again for 1 year, $2.25. Columbus got their 2 goalies back too, with Carpacello and Merzlikins. At Elvis signed for 2 years, $8 million, whereas Carpacello signed 2 years, $5.6 million. Some of the other mentions for the restricted free agents are Jari and Murray. Those 2 are in Pittsburgh right now. Who knows where they're going to be ending up, whether it's going to be them re-signing or them going to another team, or one of them going to another team, because right now Pittsburgh needs to do something in the crease, and they displayed that when they played Montreal in the quarterfinals. So with Murray's glove hand that drops quicker than people dropping dollar bills at a strip club, and Jari just being that rookie coming out and having that rookie season. So let's see where that one ends up. Also, one last mention is what are the Rangers going to do with Hank? He's one of the best goalies in the league without a cup. May have possibly had his last game in a Rangers jersey. Who knows? Because that's a 3-headed dragon that the Rangers are trying to deal with right now. And they already have their 2 go-to guys with Gorgiev, who is right now currently a restricted free agent. And then they also have their other goalie, Igor Sheturkin. Who knows what's going to happen? Is Hank going to release his no-trade clause and go somewhere else, or is he going to hang out the skates after this season or take a seat back, as he still has 1 more year on his contract? So let's see where things go with that. So again, this is Jeff from What the Puck, brought to you by Game On, the sports podcast for everyone. Hopefully you guys have a good and amazing rest of your evening, day, night, early morning, whatever time you guys are going to be listening to this. And remember, make sure you find us on our YouTube channel, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Make sure you like all of them, subscribe to us, follow us, and make sure you leave comments on some of our pages to let us know what you want to hear, what you want us to try to look into. And we're also going to be starting another new episode talking about some of the history of ice hockey. Donnie and I are going to try to do, at least one of us are going to try to do a show, 3 to 5 minute segments, and hopefully we'll also combine together at the same time doing the same show. So be on the lookout for that. Until next time, we'll see you later.